Hi, I'm Dike and welcome to the Femme Embodiment Quest. This is day number 21, the last day of this quest, and the theme that we're working with today is empower. And so today's practice is specifically designed to connect you to this deeply empowered space within. But often when we hear the word power, we think about this having to be strong and powerful, and it comes with this certain activating harshness, controlling sort of energy and idea, because that's how we often see power in this world. However, what we've been practicing in this quest is, of course, connecting to our feminine essence, to come home to our body and to really deeply understand from an embodied space what the feminine and your feminine energy is all about. And so today's practice is designed to connect you to that power, that feminine power of being more receptive, soft, alive, loving, intuitive. And so we're going to be connecting through the 3 feminine power centers, which are the womb, the heart, and the 3rd eye. And from there, sort of bringing it all together to wrap up this beautiful quest and journey that you've been on. 1 bell marks the start, 3 bells marks the end of this practice today. So taking a moment to place your hands in front of your chest, close down your eyes and connecting to that word empower or femme power. And let's begin. And so we're going to actually do this practice initially sitting up, just taking a moment here to sort of connecting to that foundation, the base, the ground, to feel that support that is always here, that safety that's naturally here, just from you being in this present moment of really noticing the ground underneath your body, of you actually connecting to your body and connecting true to this like real sense of safety, not the mind made up concept of that. So taking a deep breath in, filling up your lungs. Exhale, sigh it out. And really paying attention and bringing your awareness to that very base of your body, noticing where your feet, your bum, your hips, maybe part of your legs are connecting with the floor. Now you might want to just kind of like move around a little bit to really feeling that foundation, that ground, that connection. You might want to even place your hands there as well. And another deep breath in. And exhale, sigh it out. And if you feel like, hey, I want to even create more of a connection with the floor, really feeling that foundation, that support that's always here, that you can lean into. Feel free to stretch out your body or your legs in a certain way or to lean to one side. Beautiful. One more breath wherever you're at. You can even lie down if you want to. And exhale, sigh it out. Beautiful. And then from wherever you are, we're going to slowly rise up, but I want you to do that in just like a gentle, soft way, in sort of like a playful way, while you're also sort of stretching and moving your hips and your body. And then slowly finding a way to gently come on up. while still exploring some movement in your body, allowing your body to wake up, to keep connecting to the floor. Rolling all the way up or standing up. And then from here, placing your hands on your lower belly and letting your belly puff out naturally. Maybe taking a deep breath, giving your belly a few gentle belly rubs. And I automatically then start moving my hips, so I also connect to my sensuous, my alive, my flowy, watery essence. It is really connected to that first feminine power center. So I invite you also to follow your body, let your body lead in this practice. But if you want to be inspired, I invite you to explore and relax in the hips. Maybe caressing, loving up your body. You can even make this sort of sound. You can use your breath, you can use movement, you can use sound. And there might be other sensations or feelings or emotions even here. And if that's the case, feel free to express, to move with that also. At some point we were dancing different emotional states. We were connecting to all different sort of feelings and sensations, connecting to our aliveness. So let that be inspired here. Maybe shaking out the bum. Beautiful. And then from here, we're going to make our way up. So stroking, caressing yourself, moving your attention up towards your heart, towards your breasts. The second feminine power center of the heart that nurtures and nourishes life. The world has this ability to love unconditionally, but it all starts by allowing yourself to receive that love from yourself, to nourish and care for yourself. So just connecting here to your breasts, giving them some touch, some love. And you can even play with some movement in the chest, some circles, like rounding and opening. Maybe opening and rounding like this. You can use your arms even for that. In breath opening. Out breath closing or receiving. And you can connect to this ah sound. If you want to bring in some sound. And so playing with your arms here, but again, we've worked with all these different elements and different themes throughout this quest. So I invite you to really follow your own body also, trusting your own guidance of how can you open and expand and connect to this part of your body, to your heart. And if you're not sure what to do, play with your arms open and round. Because the arms are basically an extension of your heart. So let your heart open up and shine. Beautiful. And then we're going to bring in the connection to that third feminine power center, which is the third eye. So you can bring your awareness and your touch up towards your third eye. You can even stroke out your third eye or caress your temples. And this is really connected to our intuition, to this space of trust, allowing, surrender. Again, old topics that we worked with. And so while you're maybe caressing your temples or your third eye, I want you to really drop into that space of sort of just trusting whatever comes through, how your body wants to move. You can visualize, if you like to, again, just being sort of a seaweed in the sea. Or maybe you're connecting to this practice where you're just trusting however your body wants to move, how it wants to stretch. Let it guide you, intuitively show you what does it need. And if you like to connect to a sound, it can be this high-pitched sound. So ni, nasal E sort of sound. Beautiful. And so I'd love to also create this sort of tapping, gentle raindrops on my forehead, on my third eye. Imagining just being outside while the raindrops fall and just having this deep space of just trust and connection and surrender to what's happening, no resistance, just a welcoming. And then from this space, while we connect it to our lower belly, our heart, and our third eye through some movement and some play, I want you to find a way to either come to sitting or to lie down to close of this practice and to close of this quest. And I'll be guiding you through a very short visualization here, a little meditation to sort of anchor that in even more deeply. So coming to lie down or to sit. And letting your body get heavy. Again, really connecting again to that support of the floor, of the ground. Knowing that you are safe, that you're always supported. And that when you dare to lead from these feminine power centers, you get to receive so much more, manifest so much easier. You're going to be abundantly supported in ways that you could have never imagined and thought of. And you can place one hand on your heart, one hand on your womb. And for a moment here, imagining that these three feminine power centers in your body, your lower belly, your womb, your heart, and your third eye, they all come together and they dance with each other. And out of that melting, that merging, that coming together of all these three feminine power centers within yourself, there is something new that gets created. There is a scene or quality of nature that comes out of that creation. And so just trusting whatever scene or quality of nature comes. So what is that scene or quality of nature that gets created out of the meeting, of these 3 feminine power centers of you. And then knowing that that scene or quality of nature represents you in your most feminine, empowered space. And I want you to imagine that you're just in that scene or quality of nature, or that scene or quality of nature sort of like filling up your entire being, filling up every cell of your body. So your whole body, your whole being is filled with that feminine power. And then from this space, take a moment to imagine that you're walking through your life, through your day, from that space, and noticing what's happening. How do you move through your day? How do you interact with the people around you? How do you show up for your work, or maybe your family, or your life, your creations? What happens when you do that from this feminine empowered space, from this embodied feminine place? And then these 3 bells mark the end of this embodiment practice, but also the end of this Femme embodiment quest. So slowly coming back to the here and now. You can place your hands in front of your chest. And just taking a really beautiful moment here to thank yourself for showing up. And remembering that scene, that quality of nature, maybe write it down even. Remember that embodied space and how you move through your day. And taking that with you into your life from here on out. Thank you. You have made it to the end of the Femme embodiment quest. First of all, a big, big, big congratulations. Really thank yourself and be extremely proud of yourself that you did this, that you showed up, because I know that it's really not easy to do that. And if you made it to the end of this Femme embodiment quest, you might also be wondering, and now, what's next? How can I keep on learning, discovering, connecting to my feminine essence, my power, my body? This is why I created the Bridge Femme Academy.